Hello and welcome to our guide about the Guild Stronghold. The Guild Stronghold is a new zone for guilds to enter. You can get to the Stronghold by going to the Stronghold tab in the Guild interface and clicking the Go to Stronghold button. In the Stronghold are quite some things you can do. There are daily quests that can be completed only once for the whole guild. That means only one player can do it a day. Generally, a guild leader or officer that takes care of all the materials and hands them in on a daily basis would be the most proficient way. Following tasks can be done. Unusual materials requires you to hand in 200 animal fat ounces a day. You can get these by killing all monsters in the guild Stronghold area several times a day. The best way of doing this would be guild zerging it because they are tanky monsters that can one-shot non-tank players. Next are wood from Al-Riyat. This quest requires 100 materials a day. That means around 13 characters per day need to do all their daily quests in Al-Riyat to complete this quest for the day. This quest yields 1700 Stronghold points. Next task is Strength Leads to Freedom. This quest requires 20 materials from 3v3 and 6v6 rank combat fights. You can get these from your first daily wins in the ranked arena. 3v3 gives you 3 per character that wins and 6v6 gives you 6 per character that wins. Only the first daily win will count towards you getting materials for the quest. This can be done on each character on a daily basis. This quest yields 2,500 Stronghold points. That is everything considering the daily tasks we can do for our Stronghold progress. Next up we have our Keeper. The Keeper protects invaders from our Stronghold. If enemy guilds successfully raid our Stronghold Keeper, they will gain a lot of artifact fragments, some fate elixir and 1 draconic relic insignia to upgrade your draconic relics. I will show you via our own keeper that we can access via our training by going through force test. You can compare it to maze training where you can try your own maze. Your keeper raiding will not be spent per entry. It will only be spent per loot you gain from the chest once you have killed the keeper. It's important to get your weekly entries from this NPC near the teleport NPC because he will give you 3 new loot entries each week. That also resets on Thursdays. What happens if your keeper wipes the attacking raid? He will get our guild 500 guild coins per raid wipe. He does up to 2,500 for that week. Basically 5 wipes a week brings you the most rewards out of the keeper source. After that your guild will only gain 10 guild coins per wipe the keeper does until the weekly reset happens again. Next up we have the tasks to progress our guild keeper. Progressing our guild keeper will allow him to become stronger by having more abilities in his arsenal at the same time during combat. As of now he can only have one ability which limits his winning chances against attacking raids. The tasks we need to do for this are as follows. First up are the Kingdom of Elements dailies. Each daily gives you 1 spark up to a total of 10 for all dailies, and the guild task requires us to hand in 150 a day. That means about 15 characters a day need to fulfill the dailies in Kingdom of Elements and send the materials to the guild leader and/or officer so that they can keep completing these quests on the daily basis. This task yields 10 points per day, from the limit cap of 100 points per day that we can get. The next task is Heroic Adventures. This task requires you to hand in 50 sparks each day, but we're unsure of how much points this yields as we haven't had the opportunity to complete this one yet. You get 1 spark per boss kill so far. From the heroic runs we did so far in LV21 and above, we managed to get 2 sparks per boss, so we're not sure yet how that explains itself. Whether it's bound to the levels or to the amount of insignia drops in the run depending on the level of the compass. Next tasks we have is from observatory raiding. Observatory raiding yields 35 sparks per boss kill on normal mode and 70 for the last boss on normal mode. Going hard mode doubles that into 70 per boss kill and 140 from the last boss. Big difference there, worth going hard mode about. That's considering all the daily tasks to progress our guild stronghold and our guild keeper. Aside of this, on pure speculation, it is possible that as our guild stronghold progresses, we might get new buildings as the most in construction right now might complete, which might bring new NPCs with more options, interactions, or more items that we can buy from the guild vendor. It would be a great feature. Moving forward into the small village outside of our walls, we get 4 quests that will boost our guild coin generation. Starting of WIHT, the small heads. Small heads can be gained by killing goblins and waterfit kobolds. Each kill will get us 1 small monster head and a small ounce of fat. 200 of these small heads will get us 250 guild coins for the day. Just like all the other quests in the guild stronghold, they can be completed only once a day. Next quest, we have a 50 large monster heads. These will be dropped by the orc marauders and scouts, and the waterfit swamp elementals and gills. Once we have 50 heads in total, we can complete this quest to gain 75 guild coins for the day. These will drop also small ounce of fat that contributes to our stronghold progression, of which we need 200 a day. Next quest we have from the monsters are the dangerous monster heads. These will be dropped by the big orcs, of which only 2 are present. And from the guild shamans on the waterfit side, of which there are 3 present. The big orc ones are soloable, so you can in theory guarantee this 50 guild coins boost a day. As last quest at the border of this small village outside of our stronghold walls is a quest that requires you to go get a June reactor. The June reactor drops from the security golem, which is a boss that can be summoned by the guild leader or officer with the help of a June key. The June key can be dropped by the monsters in the stronghold area or can be bought from the guild vendor for 50 guild coins. As of now speaking, the security golem is not killable as the tanks get 1 shot on his beam and there is no way to withstand his attacks. The best way in theory to go around it is by zerging the place to permanent respawning via purgatory and re-entering to keep him in combat, basically being a zombie army until it's dead. It's a ton of mirror waste and takes so long with half of our DPS player running between Purgatory and the battlefield that it's not realistically doable. In general, it's a guild stronghold. That means it's content made for the guild, supposed to be done as a guild. The best way to go around this is to zerg the place down as a guild raid on random times to kill every monster in the area to gain as much materials as possible. Guild vendor, showing you the guild vendor next to show what you can get with the guild coins. First option brings us costumes. These costumes are mostly accessible via the Moss ranking. Some from Dominion that players used to get from the Astral Academy. Some others I am unsure of, but all costumes can be previewed in the in-game wardrobe. Next option is the ship designs. It's refreshing to see that P2P finally gets a way of getting ship skins, but then again it's only for 1 person and the amount of guild coins it costs it not realistically a guild reward. The next option are mounts. All mounts in here can be dropped from Astral, the Wyvern can be gained from Al-Riating, the ranked PvP vendor. Only the Ogre is new to P2P, but even then again, the cost for it for only 1 player takes a lot of time and work to be worth for only 1 player. What would be awesome is that the items bought by the vendor would be accessible to all members of the guild. But that's pure speculation and it's an expensive trial and error to find out if it works that way. Next option are pets or looters. Nothing special for pay-to-play since looters are already gained via the Cobra Looter introduction quest and the Marks of Accomplished Lems store. The pets are only vanity. For that price again. Explains itself. Next option are 3 different titles, that's again for only 1 player, and for that price, haha. Next option is already more guild related and interesting. This allows you to buy abilities for the guild keeper. As explained before, that we can progress the guild keeper's level, which will allow our keeper to have more abilities to use in combat to wipe invading guilds. Degrading in different qualities, with different skills for different keepers. So a very interesting feature with fun boss fights to come in the future. This will force guilds to combine their abilities with the right ones and become great combos, or waste their guild coins massively in horrible combos. Next up are stupid potions no one needs, because you can get these always from the order NPC in huge quantities and for the price it asks, completely not worth. Next option is on how to upgrade the Keeper and the Stronghold. As explained, once the X points are maxed by doing the daily tasks, the item for the next level can be bought and used here in order to evolve the guild. This should be our main focus to get, as it will hopefully unlock more interactions and options for our guild Stronghold, and making our Keeper a lot stronger. As the last option says, summoning the June key for the security golem that drops the June reactor. Guild banners. As last tasks we can do is to gather silk for our guild banners, which will yield great benefits to the parties that has a player with one of these banners active. They will be a great advantage for PvE and PvP to give that edge in combat. The silk as materials that we need used to be for purchase from the guild vendor for some guild coins in the first 2 days. But since a patch came fixing a lot of bugs in the guild Stronghold, they were taken out of the guild vendor. How to get the silk now is unknown, but I am sure it will return to the vendor. Word reached me also that we can get it by drop from zerging the Stronghold monsters. Who knows? I hope that explains most of our guild Stronghold how, where and whys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me via Discord or comment down below. I am checking on a daily basis and keep you all informed.